Hey guys, how's it going? This is DarkLiteReacts coming back at you with another one. So, we're doing a kind of different type of video today. So we're going to be real quick about the intro. If you guys don't know who Kavos is, he's a pretty big influencer on YouTube. He does a lot of documentary style, type of content. From what I've seen lately, he talks about big issues with influencers and YouTube creators and other people, and does an amazing job. So if you haven't already, go over to his channel, smash that like button, and subscribe, and check out all of his original videos. So, if you guys don't know who KSI is, then you live under a rock. That's all I'm going to say. Well, apparently he's done, on top of giving Logan Paul a huge pass for the issue that he did with the cryptocurrency scam, he made another huge mistake. He said some pretty crazy crap on Twitter, and Kavos covers the situation. So we're gonna get into this one. I'm gonna react probably for the first few minutes of the video. If you guys want to watch the rest of the video, it'll be linked down below. Yeah, let's get into this. Alright, we'll go large screen, and here we go.
Welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video if you agree. This is a juicy one, a tasty story, because today KSI truly had a meltdown on Twitter, as did Mams Taylor. So if you know popular YouTuber Wade, he covers influencer boxing, gives his opinion, also works for DAZN and covers Misfits boxing events, which KSI and Mams Taylor run. He's a boxing commentator, and as boxing commentators do, he gave his opinion. However, KSI and his crew didn't like him having an opinion that wasn't licking their ass.
Is this year, and we heard from Jake in the Impulsive podcast, he does not think that the KSI fight sells like a Tommy Fury rematch and a Floyd Mayweather fight. And I don't know that I can disagree with him right now. I don't, because they pulled some legitimately crazy numbers. And while I used to be on the train that Jake and KSI did similar numbers, I don't know that that's the case anymore. And
now you might think that opinion is ludicrous. You might think, I really don't think that's right. Personally, I think Jake Paul KSI probably does better numbers. However, he is a boxing commentator giving his...
Save your breath. 777 draws for free.
No,
Or giveaway.
tell me the truth.
Sorry about that, guys.
Opinion. It's not even that deep. Well, KSI absolutely flipped his lid when he watched Wade's video. Firstly saying, man, fuck Wade. This Wade guy plays all sides, trying to please everyone. You are so fake. Oh my god, fuck you and everything you stand for, you two-faced. This man acts like he knows everything about boxing. He doesn't know shit. You're not that guy. Can't believe Sharky let this snake into my box. Fuck off. That is actually KSI's reaction, because Wade didn't have his tongue deep in his arsehole like KSI's other friends do, and everyone else around him who just does this all day. If KSI just went on and said, yeah man, like, I don't agree with that opinion, Wade, that isn't a great take. Okay, no one's talking about this. KSI had an actual meltdown over the fact that someone he works with or helps out didn't give an opinion that favored him. Are you fucking surprised? Because I know I'm not, because I've been saying this for years. He is such a baby for this. And it only gets worse, because not only did KSI flip his lid, Mams Taylor did. So much so that he insinuated Wade was fired from Misfits for having this opinion. This is the clip first where Mams Taylor signs out saying to Wade to have fun on Kingpin.
No.
who has built that fight more?
Anyway, have fun on Kingpin, Wade.
See, there you go.
No.
Again,
We're
it's
going
not
crazy.
done publicly, which I can't believe.
You're really getting...
Later on in the space, Wade confirms that he thinks he just lost his job. I'm going to play for you the Twitter spaces now that actually went down where Mams Taylor went up against Wade for having an opinion. It's 8 minutes long. Bear with me because we've still got more to talk about, but enjoy. This is one of the biggest overreactions I think I've ever fucking seen.
So real quickly, guys, like I said, I'm not gonna watch the entire video because honestly, I want you guys to go over to Kavos' channel. It's his content. And I'm not trying to copyright infringe anything or steal anything from him. So please, guys, go over to his channel if you want to watch the rest of the video. I'm gonna real quick give my opinion on this so far, and then we're gonna let them talk for another 2 minutes so you guys can kind of get an idea what's going on. But if you want to see the rest of the video, I'm gonna link it down below. Check out his channel, give him some support. He does his homework, he does his research, and I really like his takes on the videos. So I watched the whole video, and without ruining anything, I think it's crazy that, you know, I'm in my 30s now. I'm not going to tell you exactly how old I am, but I think it's ridiculous how sensitive everybody has become in this day and age. And of course, even I, as a very small content creator, I have to be careful with my words. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous that nowadays that you get these I mean, when I was in school, right? I have 30 years on this planet. I have, 3 decades worth. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, that how sensitive everybody is. Back in the day, I was, raised in an old-fashioned home. You got out of line, you got a spanking until you couldn't sit down, and you had, a bruise on your bottom, and you learned your lesson. At school, we weren't going to schools, and I'm not going to say it, but you know what I mean. When we had disagreements or we felt we were being picked on, we didn't take anybody's life. We didn't hurt nobody. If we had a problem with somebody at school, we went and settled it ourselves. If we couldn't settle it during school, we met up at a place afterwards. And back when I was in school, which wasn't that long ago, it was probably about 12, 13 years ago. It's insane to me that, back then we would settle it with our fists. No jumping anybody, no hurting anybody. You got in a disagreement with a kid, you guys would duke it out, and then win or lose, you'd shake afterwards, and everybody went on their way, and the beef was squashed. It was over. Nowadays you got all these kids going to school with things that they shouldn't, and doing things that they shouldn't. You got people saying these nasty, hurtful things. Cyberbullying is all-time high, and I think it's crazy that nobody's allowed to have an opinion nowadays. With the same thing with the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing. That was a whole thing. Just because people didn't agree with people buying that game because of what that group thought, they were trying to get streamers canceled for playing a video game, literally in their home to an audience, not doing anything illegal, and these people were harassing them. And at one point, if you don't know about it, there was a streamer list that was created that these people would go onto these people's streams and harass them. And this one girl and her husband or boyfriend, who have a channel, I can't remember the name of it, ended up breaking down. These people made her break down and cry because of how horrible they were speaking. And it's ridiculous. Like, grow a pair. I'm sorry. Grow a pair. Everybody is allowed and entitled to their opinion. And it doesn't matter if you disagree with them, if you don't like them, or if you hate their opinion so much, then you don't have to speak to them. But to potentially fire somebody over their opinion when it's their job, it's not like this guy was just a regular content creator and he said something KSI didn't like. I mean, he's a boxing commentator. He gives his opinion and thoughts, and that's what he's supposed to do, And just because he said something he didn't like, all these other people started jumping down his throat, and that's, what are we, 5? We're supposed to be adults. Anyways, guys, let's get into this.
That we want to do.
In my video, I said there was a concern from Jake's team about that.
You said that was one of the reasons they didn't want to sign the contract.
They would
But
have concern over that
that was completely negated. So, like, you don't know what you're talking about some of the time, and also.
But I do, though.
No, you don't.
Man,
you literally
exactly
don't.
what I
you
know,
don't.
and that's
You,
what I said.
yeah, but what you know is not accurate all the time. So you got to chill on stuff,
But
or at
hold
least
on a
ask.
second. The
You got
information that I was
my
told was
number.
that they were uncomfortable with the PPA.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the contract, so it wasn't any.
I didn't say it was. You guys sent that in the
You
contract.
said
I didn't say that.
one of the reasons Jake.
I said there might be some concern over doing that fight there because of the PPA.
No, you said that's why they might not have signed the contract. They want to iron out all the little details. But
No, I said that's why Jake might not want to fight in the UK. I didn't say that's why I didn't sign any.
Details like this are always
That doesn't out of my.
details like this are always gonna get mixed up. I make mistakes like this too, right? Like little shit like this.
Yeah,
But
bro,
this is
he's
the thing.
human.
But hold on, Keem. This is the thing. Now my reputation is being sullied.
No.
as
The thing
one,
that you
being
guys
a
are
charlatan,
talking about,
and
I don't
two,
think
not
it's
knowing what I'm talking about.
Wait,
over semantics.
wait.
That I had right.
Wait, the thing that you guys are talking about, I don't think.
And
is
what are you
a big
talking about?
deal.
Logan and KSI didn't sell, by the way. What is that about?
But it didn't sell the numbers that I previously thought it sold.
What did it
On
sell?
pay-per-view.
Dinner. It's
Sorry,
more than
guys.
just a meal you make
Skip
every
through it.
night. It's a
Got to support content
You-
creator
what are
with
the
ads,
numbers?
you know?
Yeah, what do you think the knife?
The numbers from what I've been told were around 300 to 400.
Are you joking?
Yeah, right. There's no way.
The numbers I've been told.
I thought it was
Again, hold on a
1.1.
That
second.
cannot be
I thought
true.
it was 1.1.
Hold on a second, because you guys are mistaking total numbers for new subscribers brought into the zone. How many people were brought in new to the zone from KSI Logan 2? For that
I heard
fight?
a lot more than 300 or 400,000, definitely.
That's the number that I was told.
There's a number that's out there of a 200,000 for like UK pay-per-views at 4 in the morning, but that's like, I don't know that this DAZN thing. I mean, they were really raving over it. I don't know if they would have been raving over 400,000.
It wasn't the numbers they kept were massive, yes, but the numbers brought in was what I was told. It was around 300,000-400,000.
Let me say
Right.
something. You can't
Right.
really get
What
mad
was
at
it
someone
that
for
you-
an opinion.
But no,
So you
guys.
really-
By the way, Keem and Mams can tell me all this stuff. I don't need you guys to tell them fuck off or,
Yeah.
KSI is this, Mams is that. That's not what I. By the way,
By the way,
how I
where's
made the
Moms
video.
gone? What's happened, Moms?
They've both left.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And I will say, Wade, that the numbers that you quoted were the same numbers that Logan himself quoted on Impulsive.
It's what I was also
Logan
told.
himself
So
said that, so
that's the thing. It's what I was told. So
And
I don't
Wade
know
does a
how I
good
come
job
out.
of saying that. He says that's what I was
Yeah.
told. He never says
Yeah.
definitively nothing.
I never said those are the
100%.
numbers.
Okay, anyways, guys, there's about another 5 to 10 minutes, well, not 10 minutes, but you know what I mean. Basically, what the co-host up here was talking about was that, if you guys don't know, Logan Paul has his own podcast, and the exact numbers that this guy is getting crap for from everybody, and everybody, how you saw how everybody jumped down his throat, and he was trying to get what he had to say out, and everybody was arguing with him. The co-host of this even said flat out, like the numbers that you had mentioned, that you had talked about in your video, were the same that Logan Paul did, and that Logan Paul talked about on his podcast, on his YouTube channel. And it's pretty freaking crazy that this poor guy who did his job, who's freedom of speech, he has the right to his opinion, that all these people are acting crazy about it, and it's not like he said KSI is a bunch of derogatory names. It's not like he called him out and threatened to hurt him. He did his job. He made a video giving his opinion about the past fights, up-and-coming fights, numbers, meaning how much money they made, how much views they got, etc. And he's getting beheaded for it and potentially fired. And to me, that's just unacceptable. Like, how is it in 3 decades of me being on this planet, we went from, when I was growing up, we went from loving that neighbor, helping each other out, having each other's backs. I remember going to school sometime and kids would come in and they would be struggling with lunch, and if I had the means, I'd help them out. Like back then, you could trust people, to be able to pull over. You saw somebody on the side of the road, you'd be able to pull over and help them out. Nowadays, nobody does that anymore because everybody's doing crazy, shady crap. Like I said, I don't want to play this whole video. I'm not gonna. If you guys want to see the rest of what happens and also hear the rest of Kavos' take on this, I really, really want you guys to go to his channel and check him out. And depending on how this video goes in the future, I might cover all like a full video he does. I'm just trying not to get any copyright issues. So I'm gonna link the original video down below. But like I said, to me, it's just crazy. You know, we went from a generation of people helping each other to this new generation. I'm sorry, it is this new generation of these kids that are being spoiled and food spoon fed, this from this golden spoon, and they're so entitled, and their opinion is right, and if you don't agree with their opinion, you're wrong and you're gonna get canceled, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, and I'm going to be very careful how I word this as a smaller YouTuber so people don't complain about this video depending on the amount of views it gets. But let me tell you something. Grow a pair. I was raised to love everybody. Doesn't matter gender, color, sexual preference, the color of your skin, where you came from. None of that mattered. I was raised to love everybody, respect everybody. If you don't like somebody, then don't hang out to them. I grew up on the phrase, if you don't have anything nice, then don't say anything at all. I grew up on helping thy neighbor, and this new generation comes in and they're just acting like, they're right, and they're going like mental. Like KSI did, going on Twitter like, dude, I know he's at least in his 20s, you're a grown-ass man with a huge successful business with Prime, and you're a boxer, and you're an influencer, you got your own channel has a crazy amount of subscribers, and then on top of that you have all this stuff, and then you have the audacity to get so offended that you go on Twitter and you act like you're in high school again. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, honestly, like I said, I can understand having his feelings hurt, but again, I'm trying to stay biased because, like I said, I do like KSI. I fully support KSI, and that's not ass-kissing. That's my general opinion. I generally like Prime. I've had it before. It's pretty good. I enjoy the Sidemen content that he creates with the Sidemen. I like watching his fights. I think it's great. And most people might think the YouTubing boxing fights are pointless, but to me, I look at it as they're creating more jobs, they're creating more opportunities, they're creating more money flow, cash flow in and out of the system. A lot of these YouTubers, are out of shape when they first start, so they work real hard. I mean, you can't take any of that away from him. He's a very successful young man, and he's done a lot in his life, in a short amount of time. But still, he could have conducted himself in a better manner, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous that he would go on Twitter and say all of that stuff and act like he's back in high school, and like Chaos said, he's acting like a baby. It's like, dude, why? Just because somebody said that you don't agree with? Like, if he's a business partner and something, I could understand being frustrated, but you don't go to the media to put that person on blast. You pull that person aside, you confront him, be like, dude, what the hell, He could have pulled him aside, he could have asked him what the hell's going on, talked to him, and this could have all been avoided. KSI would have looked a lot more mature. Maybe there was a misunderstanding, maybe Wade did get false data, and I mean, who knows? Bottom line is, you don't go and do something like that. And then all these people, except the co-hosts, all these people were jumping down his throat and giving him all these issues, and it's like, to me, it's ridiculous. It really is. And I feel sorry. I hope this guy doesn't lose his job, and if he does, I hope that I hope that there's not this huge drawn out legal battle. Hopefully, they can come to some type of agreement and it can be done. I think there's more important things to worry about in the world than being offended by someone's opinion. And like I said, I know there's people that aren't going to agree with this, but seriously, guys, you got to grow up. You got to act your age. You got to stop acting like a spoiled little brat and punk. This is for you, the younger generation. You guys have got to grow up and get your head out of your butts. I'm sorry, but you do. And you can laugh at me all you want, but trust me, you wouldn't last a day in my shoes, you know. And I'm telling you that. I'm not gonna bother telling you what I have going on. You can go to my channel, you can look at some of the videos I've posted, and you'd at least have a fraction to understand. But I will say, I have chronic illness, and I nearly died at one time because of it, because how bad it got. Life is a gift, and it should be appreciated. You should love the people around you. You should treat the people around you with respect, you know. And if you don't agree with what they say, walk away from them. I've had coworkers that I didn't agree with the way that they acted or presented themselves in the past. Did I punch them in the face? No. Did I go to my boss and call them all these names up and down? No. Did I publicly humiliate them? No. I just didn't associate with them. I had a professional manner at work with them, but otherwise I stayed in my lane. I kept my mouth shut. I did what I had to do, and I didn't worry about that person because I didn't agree with the way they were acting. How hard is it to be an adult? It's not that hard, you know. And I will leave you guys with this. Okay? If you guys have made it this far in the video, I will leave you with this one thing I've learned. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. It's not that hard. You know, put out positive energy, get positive energy back. Put out this negative energy and get negative backlash. Anyways, guys, I hope you all like this video. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. We just, like I said, we got over 100 subs now. We're on the road now to make it to 200, so let's get to 200 here by the end of this year. If you haven't already, like I said, links will be down in the description below. Check out Kavos' channel. I want to make sure that he's credited for his work. And anyways, guys, I hope you have a good night. Peace out. Like I said, I'm not going to play the rest of the video. If you guys want to see the rest of the video, you can click the link and you can go check it out for yourselves. Alright? Alright, guys. Have a good one.